Dawn, November 13, 1347. The Abbey of St. Hilda, deep in the Yorkshire moors. A dozen nuns stood rigid in silent rows, faces pale as communion wafers, and then, the thwack. The leather whip, knotted with wool soaked in salt brine, cut the air once more. 3 months earlier, spring breathed soft mercy into the abbey walls. Clara, just 19, with hair like spun chestnut and eyes too bright for a convent, moved through the cloister like a lily among thorns. She sang the lauds with angelic precision, copied manuscripts with elegant script, and knelt longest in prayer. The other nuns called her God's little sparrow. Only Mother Superior Agnes saw the truth. Agnes, her face a map of decades spent in fasting and vigil, watched Clara's hands. How they lingered too long on the silver chalice. How her smile never quite reached her eyes when kissing the crucifix. Piety that shines too brightly often hides a smoldering coal, she'd once murmured to the novice mistress. Clara was clever. Too clever for obedience. He'd looked at her once, really looked, as she offered him holy water. A flicker. And in that moment, something dangerous bloomed in Clara's chest, desire. Not for Edmund. For recognition. For power. To be seen, not as a nun, but as a woman the world couldn't ignore. She didn't steal it, not at first. She borrowed it. Hid it in her mattress, wrapped in silk. Imagined Edmund's you risked damnation, for me. And just like that, her first lie to God was sealed. 2 days later, the relic was found. Not by the bailiff. Not by the chaplain. By Clara. She'd been sweeping Clara's cell, her duty now, since Clara suffered weak lungs, when her broom snagged on a loose floorboard. Beneath it, the silver case, cold and accusing. Clara froze. Her heart hammered like a trapped bird. She knew Clara. Knew her laughter, her kindness, the way she'd shared her bread when Clara's father died. Maybe it was placed there to frame her, but the silk wrapping bore Clara's scent, lavender and beeswax. And a single chestnut hair, caught in the hinge. For 2 nights, Clara prayed until her knees bled. She dreamt of Judas. Of Peter's tears. Of herself, standing silent as a wolf devoured a lamb. On the 3rd dawn, she went to Mother Agnes. She did not accuse. She confessed. Mother, I found the relic in Sister Clara's cell. I saw her place it there. I was in the scriptorium doorway. I did not speak. I was afraid. Forgive me. Clara entered, head high, chin lifted. She wore her finest veil, ironic, now. Mother Agnes sat at the head, hands folded over her breviary. Clara stood to her left, eyes downcast, trembling. Sister Clara, Agnes began, voice like dry parchment. Sister Clara has testified, she saw you conceal the relic of Saint Cuthbert. Do you deny it? Clara flinched as if struck. You swear before God and this community, Agnes pressed, that you did not take the relic. Yes, I swear. A beat, then Agnes rose. Then you invoke the Ordo Flagellationis, the rite of scourging. As written in the Rule of Saint Benedict, chapter 27, if a sister denies a grave fault under solemn oath, let her choose confession or correction in the sight of all. Clara paled. I didn't know, you knew the rule, Agnes said softly. You chose the lie. Now you choose the consequence. Clara's pride flared one last time. I choose truth. My truth. I am innocent. Agnes bowed her head. So be it. At dawn tomorrow, you will be scourged. The courtyard was a stage of stone and shadow. 43 nuns stood in perfect rows, white habits stark against the grey dawn. Even the kitchen maids, the laundresses, the infirmarian, all present. None spoke. The only sounds, wind, distant sheep, and Clara's ragged breaths. She stood bound to the whipping post, a thick oak beam scarred by centuries of penitence. Her shift had been cut away to the waist. Her back, smooth, pale, unbroken. Mother Agnes did not preside with anger. She knelt at the foot of the post, rosary in hand, whispering, Lord, make this pain a door, not a wall. Let her enter humility, through the wound. The novice mistress, Sister Marjorie, broad-shouldered, face like carved oak, stepped forward. In her hand, the flagrum. 3 leather thongs, each knotted with wool soaked in brine and vinegar. 12 knots total. 12 lashes. 12 reminders, you betrayed the 12. Lash 1. Thwack. Clara gasped. A red line bloomed. I did not. Lash 3. Her knees buckled. Blood welled. It wasn't me. Lash 6. Screams now, raw, guttural. Tears mixed with blood on the stones. Ilara lied. You all hate me. The nuns remained still. But Ilara wept openly, silently, hands pressed to her mouth. Lash 9. Clara's voice broke. Not defiance now, pleading. Mother, please. I can't. Agnes did not look up. Her lips moved. Kyrie eleison. Lash 12. The final strike cracked like thunder. Clara collapsed against the ropes, sobbing, not in pain alone, but in shattering. Something inside her broke open. Not her skin. Her soul. I lied, a pause. A sob. I lied to God, to you, to myself. I took it. I wanted to be loved. Forgive me, the courtyard exhaled. Agnes rose. Not with triumph, but tenderness. She untied the ropes herself. Wrapped Clara in a clean woolen shawl. Held her as she wept. Winter came. And with it, change. Clara did not return to the choir. Not to the scriptorium.